So that was how 2017 I met Diane, a friend of mine who is really nice. She's really sweet. She's a really sweet person. I met her in the family friend's house when I went for like a birthday party or something. Yes, it was a birthday party. I met Diane. We became friends. Fast forward to 2 years ago. I think not 2 years. I think last year, Wigwe, the owner of Access Bank, the co-owner of Access Bank, died last year, February, if I'm not mistaken. So we saw ourselves. I went to get something in the mall, and I met with Diane after some time. I've not seen her in over a year, and so we decided to eat out in one of the restaurants in the mall. We're just catching up when I opened my phone and I saw the news that Wigwe is dead. Like, the both of us were still wondering about the news, about how this man just died, just like that. And at first I was thinking, oh God, there should be a miracle. It's not possible. How can this man just die? Like, at the back of my mind, I won't even lie. I was thinking, I had this mentality that, big man, it's not like he cannot die. I just feel like he can't be. And I saw people, how can this man just die like that, rich man like this? But while we were pondering about the whole matter, I got a call from a friend who told me, like, have I seen what is happening? And I was like, what is happening? She told me about the Wigwe. And I was like, that's what we're even talking about here. I just saw it. What did she tell me? She works with an insurance company. She was like, do you have an idea? She was like, that Wigwe's family is about to be paid out billions of naira. It's about to be paid out billions of naira for his life insurance that he did some years back. This is a man that owns Access Bank. As of 2023, when I was working with my company, multiple staff use and pension. Access Bank just bought and pension, and that is aside his Access Bank. He has real estate investment. He has a huge university in River State. He has so many investments with his wife and his family. And this man still did life insurance that is paying his family, which is his children, the remaining children, because those are his beneficiaries and his next of kin. They are paying them billions of naira of his life insurance that he has done. That is the man who is the financial literate. That's the man who knows what he's doing. That's the man that understands how the finance industry works and knows that insurance is the backbone of the finance industry. Insurance is very important. This man did not just invest in stocks and crypto or even in the startups, because Access Bank has a lot of invested in some startups that happened in Nigeria. Yes, in case you don't know, that's the man that has so much wealth and just built an almost 2 billion mansion in Lagos that we all know about. But this man still did what? Insurance that paid his children multi-billions of naira. And you are here. Somebody is telling you to go and invest in stocks. Now, while we're talking about this, my friend heard me and her talking about it. I was not saying, this is how I was telling all of you to go and invest in stock. People will not do. This is somebody that has money. Before I know, Diane changed it for me. You say, Say, she wants to start. Now, how can a man like Wigwe that has it all still do insurance? And that was at first, so we're just talking about the insurance thingy. So I told her, okay, open Bamboo. She opened her Bamboo account. She opened Bybit. I helped her do her investment. I went to her house. But guess what? You would think that everything was okay. That was how she made money, because that was my mentality. But that was my mistake. My dear, that was how my torture started. Because it did not just end there. I could not sleep at night. When I mean I had sleepless nights, Diane called me every day, every week, every month. Just because she had a Bamboo in her phone and a Bybit on her phone. So every freaking day, this girl checked her stocks, this girl checked her cryptocurrency, and they were going down. Like for 6 good months, they were going down. That was how I was getting calls. And I remembered Warren Buffett always talking about, before you invest in stock, do the due diligence. Understand what you are investing in before you start the job. So how many of you out there are prepared or that are doing the job that knows that, okay, I will put 1 hour, 2 hours into studying this stock or this number of stocks or this cryptocurrency that these people, everyone is advising me to invest in, and I'm going to check it out and I'm going to understand it to its core before I start investing. Some of you don't have time. You that is in your 50s that say you want to invest, you don't have time. That's the truth. You don't have time. And it's not like some of you don't have time. And not because you don't have time. You yourself, you're the one telling yourself that you don't have time. You're the one telling yourself that you don't have time. So you know that I just have some 10 years to go, 60 years. I don't have time to come and start studying all these things. I just want something that is safe. So why don't you do like Wigwe and his family and invest in endowment insurance? Invest in endowment insurance. What are you waiting for? This is what this man did, his family. After all the money, after all the billions, Access Bank is worth millions of dollars. In dollars, that is just Access Bank alone. Plus multi-billions after death. That is extra money. That particular one that is paid out, it will take care of his burial and any other thing you want to do that they don't even have to touch from any asset at all. No asset will be touched, trust me. Nothing, change will even remain. Yes, so extra will remain. And when you want to know that you have started to grow up, like you are taking your life seriously and your finances seriously, then you should be talking about insurance. So what am I saying? I couldn't sleep. Oh, Diane started disturbing me every day until 6 months later. She called me and said, "Baby girl, please, you come and remove this." We ended up removing her cryptocurrency and her stocks in her investments, but they had already gone down. We lost about half of the money. I actually told her to wait. But that taught me a really great lesson. It's not about me telling her what to do, because I had the knowledge and I know that I could wait. I had investments in them too. I told people about it, my parents, so many other, I told people that I know about it. Some of them are waiting. But this is people that, some of them don't have an understanding of how it works. They don't have an understanding of how things are done. They don't have an understanding. These are people that look at their stocks every day and their cryptocurrency account going down every freaking day, and they are panicking. That's the thing. Your heart, the cuts. She said she called me. All my stocks that I invested in are going down. What should I do? My cryptocurrency, everything is going down. What should I do? I've lost half of the account. Should I remove it or should I add money? I said add money. She said never. She already had an answer before she called me. No, I tried everything. She did not keep it. I removed it. And okay, I was relieved. I won't even lie to you. If I say I was relieved, I'm lying. I felt bad, but I was relieved because I was going to rest. Guess what? She now called me on her own. Just because we talked about Wigwe in her front, in her ferry before, she saw that somebody who had no reason to do insurance, that you, a poor man, an average person in Nigeria who is not financially literate, because a lot of us in Nigeria are not financially literate, including myself. There's some things I didn't know. And it's not about being educated, because many of us are educated, but we don't know a lot of financial things. We don't understand it. We don't know the integrity of what it means to be financially free, what it means for your finances to grow. Apart from us also go and do business. That's the only thing, like the easiest thing. But there are other things, there are other aspects of finance that you can make money with. So a lot of us don't understand the integrity of how the finance industry works and how the different ways and the different forms that you can make money in the finance industry. She was the one who called me and said, she said, Tex, please put my money in insurance. Now, when we went to the insurance, I had to call my friend who did insurance. She picked an endowment plan of 12 years. Now, her endowment plan was not even the one that was just going to stay for 12 years. She picked the one that would pay her, since it was 12 years, so she's going to be paid out every 4 years, 25%. She is doing a plan of 15 million. That girl is around my age, she's just a little bit older than I am. She's doing a plan of 15 million. So that was how Diane went from a normal person that had a normal job, that was scared of her investments, losing half of her investment, to someone who is about to be wealthy in the next 12 years. Now, we started this thing last year, this is 2025, 2026. By 2027, she's going to have her payout, because the particular endowment that she bought, she's going to have a payment and payout every 4 years, 25% of the amount. 25% of 15 million is freaking 12.5 million. And she has already called me. She said she doesn't think she will even take it out. 4 years is too small. I should be there. She's investing for the future. And by the time that money will come out, she'll be in her 40s. She'll be like 40, 41. She's just a bit older than I am. So she'll be like 40, 41. And I'm like, by 40, 41, you'll be like, you own 50 million. And I'm not actually, that's the only thing you can do. She's still working, she's still making good money. She could just end up, in the next 12 years, she could just end up having one business that is doing so well. She might not even need it. She told me she don't need it. Now I'm working in the insurance company. She said she doesn't need it, that she will look for where to put it. And I said, okay. So I said, so what are you waiting for? My dear, if you want to invest in a safe investment that is sure. So what you should ask yourself is, are you looking for an investment that has assurance? Are you looking for reliability? Are you also looking for where what they tell you that you're going to get is what you are actually going to get? And you're of the opinion that I don't want to lose my money after 10 years. Like, what would I even gain after suffering to invest every freaking month 100 to 1 million? That's a lot of money, 100k every month. You are trying. Then you will now wake up at the end of 10 years, you're almost retired, and realize that I didn't have enough knowledge. I was just investing in stocks and playing around. These stocks were not good picks. They were not great picks. And you lose 50% of the money when your retirement is just in front of you, looking at you, staring at you, and you have nothing to fall back to. You begin to ask yourself, what will happen now that you are retired? My dear, insurance endowment is the only way, is the safest investment. What you are promised is what you get. And in the advent of eventuality, say you die, your family is covered. So while you are trying to retire, say anything happen, my family is covered. Will a bank do that for you? With the stock market that you invested in, come and look for your family and tell them, oh, mommy invested in Mrs. this person, Mrs. Great invested in so stock, and we have our accounts. Let me say, and we have an account. Let me say maybe some of these fintech companies that we invested in are not here in the next thing. Something happened, because we had a lot of fintech companies that closed down. We all know that anything can happen. But even if it closes down, you're not losing your stock because you invested with the stock market. They are just a middleman. Like they're like middlemen. Exactly. They're working directly with the authorized brokers that are in charge. So you are still invested in the stock market. So will they come and meet your family and say, your mom invested, Mrs. Great or Mr. Great invested in this particular stock, and this particular stock, about maybe her portfolio was made up of 50 stocks or 5 ETFs, and she has acquired or accumulated about 50 million naira, or she has lost half of the money. Will they come and give your family the balance? Your family will not even know it's gone. Otilo. You know that's the right person to say, Otilo, you don't go. You don't go. But insurance is the only place that assures you that your financial risk are secured. That's why I said, if you want to make money in this life, in the stock market, you have to hedge it. So I am not telling you that you should not invest in the stock market. So while you are still trying to learn, take it little by little, one step at a time, one stock at a time, where you know that you can study and you know that you have an idea, you know what you're doing. At the same time, invest in insurance so that in case this one goes, you say that one will not go. Do you understand? You have nothing to lose. Come on, you definitely have nothing to lose with this. Just contact me. Let's discuss one-on-one. You can ask me as many questions as you want. You can invite me. I can invite you to a nice place, and they'll tell you everything that you really want. So, you know, you can even Google the insurance market and see how big they are and see all the things that are doing and how good insurance is and how good insurance has been working in Nigeria and all the great things that insurance has been doing.